when Terry was pitching the show to me, he said, we're just kind of wetting the audience beak. You're not in the pilot, but there's a reason for that, because we want you to look like an ancillary character, then has this big arc, so it'll have that much more effect. You know what I mean? Because you don't see it coming. So obviously the big hook for me is when I time travel back and I'm in prison and speaking Japanese. That was the hook, because I already knew what I was gonna do. You know what I mean? Because he tends to be more stoic. You know what I mean? Less emotional, because obviously it's going to have like a physiological effect on you. Also mentally, being in prison for 15 years and the weight of everything. And, a big part of it was, I wanted like a more sunken around the eyes and more pale, more gaunt. You know what I mean? And so I dug it. You know what I mean? I dug it. You think you're going to see them maybe just get back together, from the breakup, and a little bit more like Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid.
We heard a divorced Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah,
is that what
Bonnie and Clyde?
Harry said? A divorced Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, well, there's the undertone of distrust still. Do you know what I mean? Between each other, because we're still trying to, I'm trying to save my son, and he's lusting after a woman. So, but the good thing is that all the characters are morally ambiguous. You know what I mean? There's really no good person and no bad person. You know what I mean? And as there shouldn't be. It's post-apocalyptic. You do what you can to survive. You know what I mean? But I think because you'll see a little bit more of the camaraderie.
What's interesting about what you're asking is I think he sees what he does as redeeming. He keeps people alive.
You mentioned that.
People to Heroic Jones who slaughtered Spearhead, right? And you go, I got 200 people that are breathing, eating, and they're well fed. There's food in their stomachs. They have clothes on their back. We got booze.
There's kids.
There's kids. It's. So you go, all right. Heavy is the head that wears the Scav King crown. So I think there is a redeemingness to what he does, and so he does feel absolutely justified. I also think his redeeming quality is he is charming.
Yeah.
He can be kind. He can be protective. He's not heartless. He's not. I would say he's a sociopath. He's not a psychopath. He's not crazy hell-bound on world domination. It's like he has to shut some parts of him down in order to do the things that he does, which in this situation was a asset.
Yeah.
Was an asset.
Sociopathic Han Solo.
Right?
I just made that. Where did that come from?
Who doesn't want to play that?
That was.
Yeah, because now he had to choose. The devil and so I think he and especially in that last scene of season 1 where he is like going, oh, I'm nuts, but they're crazy, and so the cycle has begun. Like, what are they talking about? Okay, I think I'm better off aligning with the people that I feel most like, which would be Jones, and then we talked about the fact that Cassie, he grew up watching her on television. When he was a kid, he's looking at this beautiful woman who's trying to save us all, right? So here's a kid, and then he meets her in the future. And now he's grown up, and he's like, oh, you. And so I think that's gonna strike, that's gonna pluck a string in a cold heart, right? So I think that what you're gonna see suddenly him being pushed into areas that he wasn't before, and having to compromise in ways that he wasn't before, because he was the Scav King. He's the leader of the West Seven.